Right. The product's called Kyani. The company is called Kyani. It's the owners of the company are from the US, and they're already multimillionaires, and they've actually started this company like a charitable foundation. They don't take any money for themselves, and they put everything back into the company to help people maintain a good health and also earn a little bit of income. The word Kyani came about was when the founders met a researcher in Alaska. This is Dr. Maureen Mackenzie. She was studying the native Eskimo tribe called Tlingit tribe for 12 years. She found that they were rarely ill, and they were, they don't have all the health issues that we have. And she discovered that they were actually consuming two superfoods called the wild Alaskan blueberries and the wild sockeye salmon. And they don't have words in their language for heart disease, cancer, or diabetes, things like that we have. And it's because they were consuming all the superfoods that they have access to. And the word Kyani comes from their word called strong medicine, and that's how they named it. They come up with three main products called the Triangle of Health. The doctor that designed it, actually, he's a medical doctor, he's a chiropractic doctor, he's also a doctor in Ayurvedic medicine and Chinese medicine, and he actually designed this product to work synergistically together. He just took everything, that was the most potent high superfoods that he could put together. And the first product we'll go through is the Sunrise. Sunrise is actually a water-soluble blend of the wild Alaskan blueberries. It's got 22 other superfoods in there. So it's got all your vitamins and minerals in there. So it's also very bioavailable. Because it's liquid, your body absorbs everything, and it's also cellular nutrition, and it goes through, it's also one of the rare ones that passes through your blood-brain barrier. So it helps protect your brain from free radical damage. Wild Alaskan blueberries is also called the miracle blueberry. It's one of the most potent sources of antioxidants, and it's got an ORAC value of 130,000. ORAC value is abbreviation for the oxygen radical absorbance capacity, so it just measures how good your body is absorbing, protecting your body from free radical damage. And the wild Alaskan blueberry is about 10 times stronger, more potent than the normal blueberries. So in the Sunrise, I don't know if you've got a sachet of it. Christine's got one. Yeah, it's in the little sachet. It's a 1 ounce sachet or 30 mils. It's got these 22 superfoods in there. So
in the one sachet.
In the one sachet. So it's got the noni plant, the wild Alaskan blueberry, the pomegranate, broccoli, goji, maki berry, raspberry. This is just some of the ingredients that's on there. It's got Panax ginseng, spinach, kale, zinc, amla berry, mangosteen, and a lot of these are quite expensive and they're seasonal. So you can't get all the like if you were to go and buy these ingredients separately, it'll cost a lot of money. And to cold press it and to put it into one sachet, it's quite, it's only it costs about $3 per sachet. The equivalent of, juicing a lot of fruits and vegetables. The vitamin A content, for example, is about 25 cups of cabbage. The vitamin C content is equivalent to eating 8 apples, things like that. The niacin vitamin B3 content is like taking 46 cups of kale. And, the nutrient content of it is all your body need for your vitamins and minerals. And, so it's, 97 to 100% bioavailable. It's got 10 essential vitamins and 74 minerals. It's all your daily requirements. And it helps maintain, optimal health with your heart, your stress management, energy, mental health as well. Nutritional content of the foods that we have these days is a lot less than what it used to be. It's about, generally about 10% of what it used to be in 1951. There was a comparison made. So like spinach, it's 8.75% of what the vitamin A content of what it used to be. Carrots, all the vitamins, it's about 12.5% of what it used to be.
It's organic?
Yes.
What? Even organic is depleted.
Because of the soil depletion.
The farming practices overuse the land.
Yeah, because of the way we farm, they keep planting the same thing over and over again, and they use artificial fertilizers, so the soil is all depleted, and we don't get the same nutrition content in the foods that we eat these days. So we have to supplement with good nutrition. And the second product that we've got is called the Kyani Sunset. It's a powerful blend of tocotrienol, which is the most optimum form of vitamin E. There's two types of vitamin E. One is called the tocopherols. Like if you were to go to the health shop, look at the vitamin E, it's called tocopherol. This one is the tocotrienols, which is a different type of vitamin E that's much more potent than the normal vitamin E. And they get it from three different sources: the rice, palm seed, and the annatto bush seed. The one that we get in Australia, they get it from the palm seed, and they're made in Australia, and it's TGA approved. They also have the omega-3s in there, which is got from the wild Alaskan sockeye salmon and other wild fish, which is one of the most pure form of omega-3s. And they've also included vitamin A and vitamin D in this Sunset. So it's in the gel caps. And tocotrienols has been studied quite a lot, and it's also good for cancer. It does something called apoptosis or anti-angiogenesis. It helps cut the blood supply off to cancer tumors. So if you can see when a tumor is formed, the tumor actually sends chemical message looking for blood vessels. So when the blood vessels attaches to the tumor, it then spreads through the whole body. So when you have something that can cut the blood supply of cancer to the tumors just starve to death. And this is, the wild Alaskan blueberries does that as well. It helps to kill cancer. It's a cancer-fighting food. So there's lots of studies done, in PubMed on tocotrienols and how it cuts off blood supply to cancer. Tocotrienols compared to tocopherols I've got here, tocopherols helps your skin, hair, antioxidant and heart health, but tocotrienols does a lot more, including protecting your body from cancer, radiation protection. That's why it's got the EMF, people that suffer the electromagnetic frequency sensitivity. We've had people that tried that, and they're improving. The symptoms have lessened. So there's books written on how good omega-3s are for your whole body, from your brain to pretty much your whole body. Dr. Oz also has talks about tocotrienol being one of the #1 supplement of the year, and it also helps anti-inflammatory. Most of our diseases is caused by inflammation, so like arthritis, more and more people have a lot of inflammatory diseases, arthritis, cardiovascular disease, allergies, asthma, and Sunset's proven to reduce inflammation by 90%. Dr. Paul. So Kyani Sunset's got quite a lot of benefits for your body, including managing cancer, reversing a lot of our health challenges that we have. The third product that we've got is the Nitro FX Nitro product. They've got two types, the FX and the Extreme. The Nitro product is actually a nitric oxide precursor. What it is it helps stimulate your body to release nitric oxide. Nitric oxide is really important. I'll go through that later. But the source of this is from the noni plant, from the whole plant, the leaf, the stem, and the juice. And there's a... Oops. Oh. Why? Yeah, there were 3 scientists that actually discovered nitric oxide. They were awarded the Nobel Prize in Medicine in 1998. It's also called the molecule of life because, you know, without nitric oxide, your body only has 5 to 7 seconds and you're gone. Without oxygen, your body can survive, 7 minutes before your cell starts dying. It is also a very powerful vasodilator. It helps your body relax, your blood vessels to relax and expand by about 26%. It helps the inside of your arteries become smooth. And so it also finds that the plaque can't stick to a smooth wall. And it's a very short messenger gas, nitric oxide is a very short messenger gas, and it helps your blood flow, helps to reduce toxins. It helps your body circulate your oxygen and nutrients through your body, and reduces high blood pressure. People that take it find that, and it also helps reduce the risk of cardiovascular diseases. So when you have blockages in your arteries, if there is a clot there, that's when you have stroke. If it's in your heart, if it's in your heart, it's heart attack happen. So your body's full of blood vessels through your whole body. You've got enough blood vessels. If they were to put end to end, you'd have almost enough to go around the world twice. So nitric oxide helps expand your blood vessels by 26%. And nitric oxide reduces in your body when you get older. So it reduces about 10 to 12%. And people that have low levels of nitric oxide will find that they've got problems with hardening of your arteries, angina, stroke, diabetes. And when you pass 40, that's when you're in the danger zone. And this is a good graphical presentation of your artery when you're getting older. When you're young, you get in your 20s you get 100% nitric oxide. When you're getting in your 30s, you start reducing to 80% release, and your arteries start thickening. You get more plaque build up and stiffening of the walls, and more calcium build out. And so the nitric oxide helps reverse this. It relaxes your blood vessels and helps to the plaque not to stick to the blood vessels. And so we all know now that nitric oxide is really good for your health. And one of the 3 scientists that discovered nitric oxide says that it's the most natural wonder drug. So if you cut off blood oxygen to the heart, you can suffer irreversible damage. 5 to 7 minutes, but if you don't have your nitric oxide, 10 to 15 seconds, you're gone. So, yes. The difference between FX and Extreme has got additional vitamins in there. So you've got the CoQ10, magnesium, zinc, chromium, niacin as well. So they're really good for lots of things. So it helps your muscle relax and contract, increase energy, improves your cardiovascular health, inflammation reduction, helps your muscle recovery, helps your brain, helps your immune system, helps your blood sugar levels, helps your digestive tract. It's quite interesting that your gut is key to a lot of good health. If you've got a really blocked up gut, you're going to have a lot of problems. Viagra is also based on this science, where increase circulation. So this helps both men and women. So For optimal health, we usually take the nitro products in conjunction with the sunrise and the sunset because it helps your body absorb the nutrients. Athletes used to take these nitric oxide products. So Kyani has been really good for reversing a lot of health issues with some of the people that have tried the products. We've got David there that had chronic leukemic lymphoma in the past. Doctors gave him a year to live. There was no cure for it, and he had 14 tumors through his body, and now they can't find the tumors, they're gone. And his immune system was really low, his energy level was very bad, and when I saw him when he was sick, when he would cough one day, the next day he would have full-blown pneumonia, and I had to take him to hospital, and they'd pump him full of antibiotics. And then one day I said, why don't you try this nitro? And he tried it, and the next morning he was fine. He didn't have those symptoms, and we didn't have to take him to hospital. Hooray! And his energy level came back up, and now they can't find the tumors, which is really amazing. I'm really amazed. Kyani has helped. I've met people that have improved their health with taking Kyani. I had a lady who had rheumatoid arthritis, 30 years of pain, and in 3 weeks her pain reduced, inflammation reduced. And we have people with all sorts of issues like this, and they find that it has helped them. Nutrition is the key for so many things, It's not just the one thing, it's you need it for your whole life. And we don't get enough of it from our foods. So Kyani has made it in a very easy, consumable form. We just, instead of going to buying all the fruits and juicing it, and cleaning up, and it costs a lot of money doing that. When we've got these products really easy, you just order it and it gets delivered to your house. And people of all sorts of walks of life, the healthy and the sick. You don't have to be sick to take good nutrition. You take it for prevention, and athletes take it for improving their performance, recovery. People with cancer have. Even children with autism, they've got good results from it. David also had brain injury after he was in a coma, and there wasn't enough oxygen going to the brain, and a third of his brain died. He had to learn to walk and talk again, and recent tests showed that his brain capacity has gone back to 98%, which is really good. So we've got David over there. Yeah, we can have him come and share his testimony himself. So I had another friend, Susan. She had actually suffered a fractured back in 2 years of agony. Someone gave her this to try, and she took about 4 times the normal dose, and her pain reduced. She's no longer in pain. So she's the one that actually introduced it to my brother, and my brother introduced it to us, and we just took it at face value, tried it for ourselves, and it worked. So that's and to order some, we can take down your details. Christine can help order it for you, or I can help order it for anybody that's interested. And the company set up as a charitable foundation, so they set up different rules. You buy, there's no membership fee. You just buy the products. One of the ways to buy it is they call it a builder pack. You got a big pack. You get almost 4 months supply, and you can share it amongst yourself or just take it for yourself. Sometimes you need a lot more to get better, and then you can the company can send you commission if you refer to other people. They don't sell this in shops. You just order it online through one of the people that have joined. So, that's all we do, just word of mouth. Yeah. If you have any other questions, or if you want to hear David's testimony, he can come and give a testimony. And Gilda's been trying the products. You can come and give a testimony. And I also I don't know if you've heard about pH tests, like people, the bodies that are alkaline, have less chance of getting cancer. So I've got pH paper as well that you want to test before taking the Kyani and after taking the Yeah, so does that... Oh, okay. Yeah, so, you know...
Yeah, can you feel the difference?
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
I do. I feel more of that.
like,
Can
I'm
you
an...
give it to the children?
Yeah.
Yes,
We all have it.
of
Yeah.
The
course.
sick husband and the children.
Yeah, you can give it to children. We had children that has been autistic. I had met a lady that her son had never spoken since he was born. He was 4 years old when he was, the mum gave him 3 teaspoons 3 times a day. He started speaking again. He started speaking for the first time, and his vocabulary started improving, and now he's going to normal school. You just go to YouTube, you just put Kyani testimonials, autism, or cancer. There's so many people with all sorts of testimonials. They're on YouTube. I put some of our testimonials on YouTube. Australia, we're pretty strict. We're not allowed to make health claims, but and I was told to take them off. So I've got some testimonials that I can't put online, but I've got it unlisted that I can send to people if they want to see it. So like David's testimony is online, but I've got it separate, an unlisted thing. It's Australia. I think the pharmaceutical industry is really powerful. They don't want people to know all these health cures. They try and hide it from people, to just say chemotherapy is not the only answer. We've got nutrition. And nutrition is the key for so many things, and we haven't got enough of that now, and that's why these companies like these that make these products so that we can start healing ourselves. Our body heals itself.
It's quite strange that doctors don't believe in nutrition, yet they took the Hippocratic Oath.
Yeah.
And Hippocrates says, let medicine be your food and let food be your medicine.
That's right.
Yeah, that's the point too. It's not medicine, it's food.
It's food, exactly.
That's why it doesn't have contraindications.
No
Yeah.
contraindications, no.
It doesn't react with anything else really.
The only thing you'll feel is a detox. When I first took mine, I was so excited. I took a full dose and sucked up all the juice, and I was cooked the next day because I detoxed. And it took me a little while to figure out that I was actually detoxing. So I reduced the dose and then gradually built up, and I don't have any problem, except for when I started taking the extreme, because I haven't got any of the other left. I've only got extreme left. So I thought, I'll take the extreme then. And I took a full dose of that, and I was sitting.
You're detoxing.
So I had to take it off.
Yes.
Yeah.
Would
I'm
Gilda, would you like to come up and
Okay.
share your
How
testimony?
much does it cost?
Depends on, once we buy the pack and become a member, we get it at wholesale price.
So for the 4 months.
For the 1 month supply.
Oh, so it's. I thought you
The big pack. We got different prices for different things. Like the Triangle of Health pack. Once you buy that pack and you're a member, it's about $230. Depends on which one you go, whether it's the FX or the Extreme.
Yeah, that goes for how long?
That generally about a month if you just take single dose. But some people might need more. Some people can't take the full dose; they take less. But it's got 3 main products in there. Which is a lot cheaper than buying the products individually, and so it's a whole month supply. When you buy the big pack, it's got 4 boxes of the Sunrise. It's got 30 sachets in 1 box, and you get a bottle of the Sunset, which has got 90 capsules in there, and you take 3 a day. That will last a month, and then the other one, the Nitro, you can pick the FX or the Extreme. The FX is just noni plant extract, and the Extreme has got extra ingredients in it. So all the 3 comes to about, if you take the Extreme, it's about $230 or $240 or something like that. If you were to buy the big pack, it's the one that we get is the $912, but it includes delivery for 12 months. Like when you go on auto ship, if you want to go on auto ship, or whenever you want to order any products, they call the Kyani Prime products, you get free delivery every time you order it. So it's really worth it, because the other day I just mailed a box of that and it cost like almost $30 to mail it, whereas the delivery fee is subsidized. And you know, when we pay that, you can order it the whole month, or you know, the whole year for free, which is really good value.
Should we have Gilda come up and talk to us?